Pile 1, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading. So today we are going to be looking at what is your current reputation. And the card that you chose was, sorry if I gotta move my phone stand. The photo that you chose is this card that says Neptune Sacrifice number 10. The card that is associated with this, the tarot card, is the Seven of Cups. So I will be giving you the channel message that I got for your card. As you can see, I also have pre-shuffled cards that I have gotten for you off camera. I will be laying those down in a minute. But I also got a charm for your image, which was this angel wing. So I'm seeing that for you guys, there's a lot of people that see you as angelic in a sense. And when you think about angels, they are light workers, healers, beings that are seen as good, right? I'm hearing good Samaritans. So I would say that you have a pretty positive reputation with most people. People see you to be kind, fair, non-judgmental. I'm getting, non-judgmental of others. I'm seeing that you tend to be very kind and caring. I'm even hearing empathetic to others. I'm even seeing that, there's people that are complimenting you behind the scenes, saying that you were a listening ear for them. I'm hearing a sweet soul. So you have a very pure energy. People are saying this about you. You have a reputation of being seen as someone that is being seen as pure, very kind, gentle. You have a gentle energy, a loving energy, someone that wants to do good by other people, someone that would even extend or overextend their energy to help someone out, because we do have the card that says sacrifice on here. So I was hearing martyr. So some people see you as extremely selfless, to the point where it may actually be detrimental to you. You may go out of your way so much for others that you forget to take care of yourself. And so there are a lot of people that really have, I'm hearing they have high expectations from you. I think this is part of the negative concept behind it. Because you have such a good reputation with people and the way that you are with others and how caring you are to people, Pile 1, I do get the sense that people expect a lot from you. And there are times where you may slip up and you may be judged pretty harshly. That is the one thing that is a bit hard when you have a good reputation or you're just seen in a really positive light. It doesn't really have any room for growth for you or room to make any mistakes. Especially if you are in the spotlight in some sort of sense. Maybe this doesn't have to be just social media or content creation either, Pile 1. This could even be in the sense of like at your workplace or maybe your family. Maybe you're seen as like the golden child in your family, the one that does no wrong, the one that everyone is seeing potential in, sees the best in. That can put a lot of pressure on someone to have to behave at all times, making sure that you're never doing things that could be seen as wrong or harmful or incorrect. So I feel like you get good judgment. Like people have like really positive things to say, but I'm also seeing that you're on your best behavior, or people assume that you're on your best behavior. Because another thing that I was picking up is with the angelic energy, I was channeling that there's some people that may assume that your personality is a mask. It may be seen as a front, that you can't be this perfect, because even if, again, everyone is human, right? No one is perfect, but for some reason, there are people that believe you to be too good to be true, especially with that Neptune energy. When you think about Neptune, you guys, this makes me think of imagination, enchantment, the arts. But I was also seeing this again because this is tied to the Seven of Cups. I was seeing this as maybe even an unclear perception of you, right? It's like fantasy Delulu land. So I would say that there may be people, you may be seen as someone that's lost in their head a lot. I will say that. But I will say that there are people that may project quite a bit on you, projecting who they envision you to be, who they see you as, right? So I would say that you are the type of person that not everyone has such a clear view on it. I keep getting that they keep seeing your personality or your reputation either white or black. You can't have this like in between. There's a lot of people that rate you as either they really like you or they really don't like you. There's not really an in between with you. And a lot of it has to do with their own mirroring on you. Like it's like they're mirroring you or I'm hearing they're trying to be like you. So you got to know, pile one, I'm stumbling on my words. You got to know that you have people that are copying you, that are mimicking you, because you are so well liked by other people. I would even say that you come off as a little bit mysterious to others because I'm getting like, I don't know if you do this intentionally, but it is giving me like parasocial relationships online, or you have multiple personalities, but you only show one side to you. You come off as mysterious. Like there's a lot of different layers to you, but I feel like there's only one side that people really, I'm hearing honor. I don't know what that means, but there's more types of personalities to you. You have depth to you, but people only see one side of you, and they also really try to just highlight one side to you. Like, and it may put pressure on you to be that way all the time, even though you are human, right? You have different moods for different days. There's different things that go on behind the scenes for you in your private life. Like you're not going to be the same vibe all the time, but there's people that assume that you are, or they expect you to be. So I'm just getting a lot of peer pressure to be seen in a certain way because people like that side of you so much. It's like they want you to be in that era, that era of life is what I'm hearing. So there may be a time frame in your life that people tend to look fondly on when it comes to you. I don't know if there was like a certain year that was like your peak. I'm hearing that there was like a year that was your peak, or for example, you're a content creator. You went viral that year and everyone saw this version of you as like their perfect version of you. And it's like they compare that version of you then to this version of you now. And it may put a lot of pressure on you to maybe have the same behaviors as that past person, or be in the same, maybe even habits or mannerisms, your personality. I'm just getting that you're not really allowed to make mistakes or have room for growth in your life. If you were to look at anyone, they can change very drastically within a 5-year period. 5 years doesn't sound like a lot, but depending on like the things that are going on in your personal life and maybe even personal relationships and changes, and it seems like whatever you go through in life, even if you don't notice it at the time, it can make an impact on a person, right? And like I said, we all go through periods where we have good periods, bad periods, slow periods, fast periods, like periods of growth and transition and new exciting opportunities. And then we also have periods in our life where we're meant to rest, we're meant to be more isolated, we're meant to have a slow, quiet time. And it seems like there was a year in your life that was really, really good for you. You were probably the most popular. There's maybe a certain aesthetic that you looked like that people just really liked on you. But again, maybe you've gotten older. Maybe you don't want to wear that style anymore. Maybe you've outgrown certain things. It just seems like people see a fad, like a certain fad. And I'm hearing Tumblr, and Tumblr doesn't even really exist anymore, but it's giving me that. It's like a fad era. And they just kind of associate that era with you. I'm also hearing that you may be into fads that aren't really in trend as well. That could actually be something that you're known for. So maybe you have a Tumblr account. I don't know if Tumblr still exists, but it's not really that popular anymore. But maybe you're all about getting back into old trends, old styles, old clothing styles, old makeup techniques. But I keep getting the past with you. So let's go ahead and look at your other cards. Shapeshifter does not surprise me. And it says, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. So I feel like you are also socially a shapeshifter. You can kind of blend in different social settings, and people may, again, I think that's why, sorry, I think that's why you're so well liked, Pile One, because you can kind of fit in anywhere. I'm hearing that you're like a chameleon. People just naturally like you because you're not super polarizing or contrasting to environments or people. Like, you don't really put people on blast either. So you're not the type of person that would make their differences super known. Again, with that, I don't know if I like this or not, but your reputation is coming off in a way where people, yeah, I'm hearing the safe option, the easy option. Again, I hope that's not offensive, Pile One, but people see you as easy to get along with because you're not going to be the extreme one in the room. You're not going to be the one that, I guess, I keep hearing controversial. You're not going to be the one that's controversial. I don't know if there's people that you've dealt with that, I don't know if they have like people that are really confronting when it comes to their viewpoints, more aggressive in nature. I'm getting that you're not that way, and so it's easy to be around you. You're not going to be maybe judgmental as maybe other people. I'm also seeing this as a spiritual sense too. I'm getting both of these pictures have the woman with their eyes closed. And when you think about Neptune, that is also the psychic ability sense, right? Being able to tap into the divine. I don't know if you guys meditate a lot. I'm getting that you guys may be known as someone that, I know not everyone is into the woo-woo stuff, but you may be seen as a spiritualist, maybe even new agey. I would even say this is someone that can be tapping to the divine, right? Like, maybe people say that you are angelic because maybe you're like an earth angel or something like that, or you're a healer or someone that just has a lot of positive, loving, light energy that comes off of them. I'm picking up that people see you as maybe even ethereal, like even your beauty comes off as really mystical, out of this world. You may be really artsy, right? You may be a creative, right? I'm seeing this as you being into the art, movie, and music industry. And I'm seeing that the type of music that I'm getting like examples of what people would say that you are kind of like when it comes to artists, especially musicians. I was channeling Tame Impala, Lana Del Rey, Stevie Nicks, as well as Grimes. And if you think about those four artists, it's very like their music is very out of this world. It's kind of like techno and pop, but it's like very different compared to the mainstream that they're categorized in. Like, for example, Lana Del Rey is technically, I guess you would, I don't know if it's technically pop, but her music has this brand of being kind of like sad, pretty, soulful. I guess not soulful. That's not really a good way to word that. But I get nostalgia when I listen to Lana Del Rey. It's very nostalgic and sad, but also beautiful. And when I think about Tame Impala, again, kind of a similar feeling. It's like, it's kind of like being like on a high and just kind of like not being centered in, I guess, the present moment. It feels very out of this world, like you're not really in your current body. I know that sounds very silly, but it makes me think of that. So when people see you, they may even see you as like their dream guy, dream girl. People don't see you very correctly though. I think that's one of the negatives is people see you as someone that's not real, someone that's magical. That could be a positive, but I see this as people see you as maybe not even a real person sometimes. You may even have a lot of people that fantasize about being with you romantically. They see you as more of an image and not really the person that you actually are with, again, our mistakes, our positive qualities, the depth to you, the things that you've gone through. They see you as this image. They see you as what they believe you to be. So I do feel like you get a lot of projections on you. If you are someone that is like seen as, I guess, wanting to be in the film industry or wanting to be seen as a musician or pop artist or whatever you're trying to create that's seen as art. Yes, this can be seen as a negative, but it can be seen as a positive where you do attract attention, right? And when you are in this sense where people have like delulu-ness over you, right? That can attract a fan base and it can capture a wide audience. Because again, when people want to see what they believe themselves to be in other people, and I kind of get that vibe that people mirror you or you mirror them, something of that sense, which is why people are drawn to you so much. What else about your reputation? We also got a card that says safe home. So something about your reputation regarding your home life, I would even say that your home is really earthy. I heard that you may be connected to like plants, wanting to make your house feel, I'm hearing, yeah, like organic, earthy, just really beautiful vibe when it comes to maybe even like cottage core. I was getting that for like an aesthetic. But I'm seeing this as being connected to the world. Like I know this sounds so silly, but I'm getting like a lot of plants, a lot of animals, lots of green in your home. I'm getting like you may even be connected to, maybe you are seen as someone that likes to dabble in spell work. You come off as almost like witchy to people. And I feel like people have gone into your home, or if you showed off your home to people, there's a lot of people that may compliment you on your space and say that they want to live here or they like the vibe in the home. It feels cozy. But I'm also getting that the way that you decorate your space, it feels like very natural and tuned to the elements. You do kind of give me like elf or fairy vibes. I'm not going to lie, pile one. Again, with that mysticalness to you. You come off as otherworldly, and your home kind of like, I guess, expresses that in itself too. And now I'm seeing Pinterest. So like your room, your home, your living space could almost be seen as a Pinterest board for people that are into that. I feel like you may even get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest when it comes to maybe even your own aesthetic, and people may know you as that. So now that I'm looking at this, the hair is like really beautiful and long, and then I'm seeing like flowers or plants in this woman's hair. Like you give me like little elf princess or elf prince vibes. That's your vibe. And again, with the angel, it's like not human. Your whole aesthetic vibe and reputation comes off as not human. So to end your reading off, let's pull some more cards about your reputation. So we have birthday as well as good health. So I'm going to clarify the birthday and see what that's talking about. But your reputation, it seems like your health has maybe improved. People know you to be maybe very health conscious. I was hearing organic, so maybe you take a lot of pride in your fitness and your health, being able to eat clean. Maybe you're plant-based, maybe you're dairy-free. Maybe you're really strict when it comes to like non-GMOs, no microplastics. I don't know. Maybe you're like into the whole health nut culture. Maybe that's just something that you really like and you strive to be healthy and people know you as that. I want to go ahead and clarify birthday. What does the birthday have to do with their reputation? Hyping you up and cheerleader. Okay, so this is really positive. People are saying that you're really good when it comes, maybe even hosting. I'm seeing the safe home as hosting. Maybe when it comes to your friends and family's birthday, you like to make sure that they feel special on their birthday. Or maybe you're really good at planning anniversaries or booking trips, right? Maybe like booking Airbnbs or wanting to treat your loved one out to dinner or lunch or getting a coffee with someone. It seems like you are the type of loved one or friend that people go to when they want to feel a sense of comfort. You are like a treasure to a lot of people. I really am seeing that there's a lot of people that really love you and really care about you. And you make your loved ones feel like it is very reciprocated. Like the way that you go out for other people, it really shows through your kindness and through your actions. And I'm even hearing words of affirmation. Let's get one last card for you, pile one, on your current reputation. Okay, so you may be going through some relationship changes in your life. There are people that are talking about that. Let's see what kind of changes. Okay, we got backstab and betrayal. So your reputation right now is you may have actually, maybe this is not something that's currently happening, but you have been hurt in the past. It's kind of crazy because even with your angelic, ness that I was picking up from you, you may be such a kind-hearted person that you believe the best in people. You believe in the benefit of the doubt, and there may have been people that have taken your kindness for granted. They may have tried to, I'm hearing steal from you, lie to you, maybe even gaslight you, maybe even crossing your boundaries because, again, you're coming off as selfless and wanting to do good for other people. I'm picking up that some people have believed you to be very naive because of how innocent that you can come off to be, which I think this is a good thing for you, but people may have tried to use it as a negative. What you need to know about this, what do you need to know about? I am hearing that people actually, I'm hearing that they feel sorry for, if there's anyone that has hurt you in the past, pile one, I'm hearing that you always make it through. Like, I'm almost hearing that, your angels, your spirit guides, God, again, with that wing, they're protective over you. So, sorry, my cat is like meowing like crazy. Kitty, can you stop? I love you. Okay. What was I saying? Anyway, so I was saying something about the angel wing. You are always protected from harm. So I think people will also talk about that where when it comes to people, you always seem to get out of tough or sticky situations. Even though your kindness is coming from a sense of pureness, you're not naive and you're not dumb. And if you are not able to have all the information to move away from people, God will let you know in other ways by maybe even exposing backstabbing or betrayals that are happening that you're not aware of. But it seems like your relationships have changed a lot recently, maybe even the past year, where a lot of people that you used to see as close or someone that you saw as like a best friend or a soulmate, you may not even be in contact with these people anymore. I think that's why you go out of your way to make sure that the people that you do have in your life, that you show them how much you love them, because you may have a really tight circle, like a really small circle. You may not have a lot of close people that really truly know the real you. Again, without projecting and people just kind of seeing you in this image, you may not have a whole lot of people that you can trust with showing all the aspects of you and people who truly get you and understand you. And so these people that you do have in your life, you want to let them know like how much you appreciate them for letting them allow you to be safe, to be seen, to be vulnerable, to, not be your most perfect self all the time with these people. Yeah, and it's funny. Plants in Nature did come out, so you are kind of being seen as a plant lady or a plant guy. You're connected to animals, to nature. You're hospitable. It seems like, yeah, I'm getting like 6 house placements for sure with your pile one. Let's get one last message about the backstab and betrayal. I was channeling before too. The friends or lovers that you had in the past that did hurt you in the past, I am hearing that they are sorry. I feel like I'm channeling that you get people that backstab you, that believe your kindness to be fake, and then after they hurt you, they see the way that you react to the pain that they created for you. And even through the pain that they created for you, you still react in a really graceful way. You try to just protect your peace. I'm hearing that your mask doesn't crack. It's like they're trying to get a negative reaction out of you. And even when they hurt you in the way that they do, you still don't give them the satisfaction that the way that they treated you was the right thing to do, or that they were winning. Because I'm hearing like winning an argument. And then they feel even worse for hurting you, because they see that they basically betrayed someone that was a good person to them. So you are being seen in that way. You have a reputation for being respectful to people even when they hurt you on purpose. And the last card that I have for you is your reputation as being seen as an advocate for others. You may even stick up for people that are being bullied by other people. You may actually be involved in, maybe even hearing GoFundMe's in my head, so you may be involved in something like that. But you like to help others. You like to stand up for other people. You like to help liberate other people from maybe a place of sadness and mourning. And this doesn't have to be like a grandiose big thing. This could just be like going to your loved one and being like, hey, I saw that you were feeling sad, and I just want to be able to show you how much I love you and appreciate you, and tell you all the good things that I admire about you. It could be as simple as something like that, right? But pile 1, that's all that I have for you. I really hope that this reading resonated and that it connected with you and that you enjoyed it. And I will talk to you all later. Pile 2, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading all about your current reputation. So pile 2, you went ahead and chose, well, you could have chosen through 2 different ways. You could have chosen the pile with this charm. I will be giving you the channeled message in a minute, as well as you went ahead and chose this card, and it says Grand Shrine number 46, Blessings. And I do have some cards underneath here that I pre-shuffled that I will be going over in a minute. But pile 2, your card, the Grand Shrine card, it is connected to the tarot card Temperance, which, if you think about that tarot card, it has an angel with 2 cups, and they're pouring water into each cup, trying to make sure that it is balanced, right? But I also see this as a card that talks about harmony, easy flowing energy, maybe even being seen as gifted and blessed too, with the blessings here, the Grand Shrine. It's like perfect timing is what I'm hearing. And it's really interesting and curious with this charm that you got, because it makes me think of having a sense of control, right, and direction over where you're going in the water and the boat. Right away, I'm getting that people see your life to be easy. Even if it's not easy, pile 2, I see that from people, how they perceive you, your reputation, you're always able to avoid storms in your life. Because if you think about this, this is about a boat, right? And when we see the Grand Shrine Blessings, it's making me think that if there is like a sense of turbulence in your life, or there's a tsunami, or there's a wave, and again, water makes me think of emotions. If there's any emotional upsets, anything that could cause you to maybe even like crash out or react in a very impulsive as well as explosive way, you're always able to avoid it. So people may talk about how your emotions are constantly in a sense of balance, peace, and calm. People can't get a reaction out of you, even if it's like a positive reaction where you're just like hyping yourself up and acting really excitable and happy and just kind of like crying. I'm seeing you as being, not to be rude, it's almost like coming from a place of emotionless. You're like the same emotion all the time. This sounds really bad, but like you're the same state of mind. Like people perceive you as being in the same state of mind 24/7. That you never come off as angry, you never come off as sad, you never come off as bitter, or if you're having a bad day, you obviously don't show it because people perceive you to be in this very balanced, peaceful state 24/7. So people may be questioning, like, does pile 2 ever have an off day? Is pile 2 ever mad about anything? Like, it seems like they're just, content all the time. Even if something does happen in your life where most people would react very negatively, you don't. It's like mute. You're like, oh, okay, I guess now I'm getting the image of that. I reference this a lot because I find it funny. But that dog that's in his living room and it's on fire and he's like drinking his cup of coffee. This is fine. That's you in a nutshell. That's how people perceive you to be. I think you handle stressful situations quite well. And with this, I'm hearing captain of the sailboat. So people may actually go to you for help or a sense of direction because you're always coming off as cool, calm, and collected in really stressful situations. You actually may have people that ask you for guidance. They may see you as like a mentor or a teacher, maybe even a counselor. I'm getting maybe even seen as a mediator. It's something interesting about your energy, the way that you're able to give advice. It's not biased, and you also don't come off as preachy either, and you don't project your own experience onto people's I'm hearing messages to other people. So I would see you as a really fair leader. I would see you as a really fair teacher as well, pile 2. And I would actually say for you that if you wanted to get into the counseling field or being seen as someone that could, give someone a sense of direction, helping people find clarity in their relationships or in their life plan or whatever problem they're going through, you have such a level head that I feel like you would be the best sought out person. But I'm hearing lack of problems. So people really see you as someone that has a good head on their shoulders, and you're really good at navigating out of emotional turmoil, especially is what I'm channeling here. And I'm also hearing that this may not have been something that you've always had. I'm seeing that with this, you are just now maybe getting a sense of direction in your own life, but you're coming off as someone that has a clear view on what to do regarding what's next in your life. But people look up to you because of this, is what I'm hearing. So let's go ahead and look at your other cards and see what's going on. So we have dilettante. I think that's how you say it. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuit. So I'm hearing jack of all trades. Yeah, I'm hearing that people see you as really resourceful. We also have new beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So I think this whole you getting a clear view on your life, I think this is something that's new for you. I'm seeing that people see you right now as this is a blessed season in your life. Your reputation is coming off as there's a new beginning when it comes to clarity, maybe even in your own pursuits and your hobbies, the things that you're physically trying to manifest in your life. You could actually have a sense of hidden potential in your life. I'm getting that there's a lot of people that are getting this sense of clearness when it comes to maybe even what you're meant to do in this life. You may be getting a lot of recognition in your life right now, and that may have been something that you may not have always had. As I'm hearing, like in my mind, like, how did you do it, pile 2? Like, how were you able to, avoid these storms in your life? I'm getting that your path, it's funny, your path in life was not meant to be easy, but the way that you were able to navigate out of problems, you made it seem easy. I don't know how. I don't know if it's because, again, maybe you are highly favored by God. I don't know. Maybe you have a life purpose in this path that is really big and really important. And I'm getting in my mind that you've had things in your life that could have really had some tower moments here, right? It really could have ended you in this path that you were meant to go down. I'm hearing that you've had some struggles, you've had some hardships, but you're always able to overcome them or find your way out of them. And I feel like it's because of what you're meant to do. I almost feel like I want to go ahead and clarify each card with some index cards that I wrote some channel messages on to see what exactly people are saying you're having blessings in your life. I'm hearing that this is a breakthrough for you. So we have new purchase and spending money. So your reputation right now could be seen as you are having more money. Maybe you had some sort of financial loss. Maybe you're going through a period, like, again, lacking a sense of direction with what you want to do career-wise. Or maybe you've been going from job to job because you're looking for a job that brings you a sense of purpose, a sense of fulfillment, right? Blessings doesn't have to just be money and fame and blah, 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 but I'm getting like you want emotional fulfillment. And I'm channeling, I haven't even done pile 3 yet, pile 2, but I'm hearing that if you felt called to pile 3, that you need to check out pile 3. I'm hearing that it could be a continuation of this reading. And I haven't even done pile 3 yet, but I heard that for someone. I'm seeing that you are on the you're on the path to purpose. And something that you are, I'm hearing fulfilling contract. There's something that you are moving towards right now in your life when it comes to a new job opportunity, how you make your money, something in the sense of your career that is going to be life-changing for you. Because now I'm seeing this again as the Wheel of Fortune and Tarot. This is a positive omen. This is like fate, destiny, good fortune. You have a life-changing fated event. If it has not happened yet, I'm seeing that there is a life-changing event that's going to be happening that will be literally changing your reputation into having a richness in your life. What people are going to be noticing is the material, because that's what, people are superficial like that. But we also need money to survive. But people will be noticing the money, first of all, your status when it comes to maybe your wealth, your income, your social status. That's going to be going through a upgrade. I can't help but see that balance is underneath the deck here. So look at that balance. They believe in you. So you're going to be making people, they believe in you, and then you is here. So I think you're going to be making people believe in you when it comes to the potential of your, I was going to say work ethic, but I'm seeing creative efforts. So I think your line of work has something to do with your creativity, and you're going to be known for that because I'm hearing that you're going to be seen as blessed in the creative department. Again, a jack of all trades. I keep getting that you've had this storyline in your past of going from job to job, maybe trying out different fads, trends. Like you've never stayed in one place too long because you're trying to find the right fit. And there's something that you're doing right now or you're about to be doing that's going to be making you well known in your field. Like you're going to be finding clarity. You're going to be having your breakthrough. You're going to be having the sense of I have direction in my life finally. And people are going to be noticing that. It's going to be very noticeable. So let's go ahead and see. And if you've been having any money issues, it does seem like you're going to be improving any financial debts, losses. If you've been unemployed, that's going to be changing. Your reputation is going to be seen as you turning your life around in a positive way, especially when it comes to your purpose and your money. Let's see. We have disadvantage, missed chance, mask, social cloaking, but we also have admitting. So it seems like your reputation right now, you may actually have admitted that, we have coming back stronger underneath the deck. So it seems like, and we have committed and faithful. I think positive outcome. I think in your past, you may have been trying on different masks when it comes to social settings, when it comes to maybe even, the things that you're pursuing for hobbies, your interests, work endeavors. You may have felt like you were being fake, maybe not even intentionally, but maybe you felt like you had to play the part to fit in, or everyone else is doing this as their line of work. This is what my family expects of me. I have to play the part to make them happy or to have a good life. But you notice that when you were cutting corners, when you were not following your purpose, when you were listening to peer pressure, and having people basically get in your ear and try to convince you to do things that in your heart don't feel like you, that's usually around the time in your life that you maybe were having the worst reputation. People can see inauthenticity. And I think you knew you weren't being authentic and people saw that. They could feel it, right? And I think what you did is you admitted that this is not working for me. I am not happy here. But I feel like with you being honest about that, you being honest about you feeling like you were cloaking your identity or not being real or not following something that really helped invest your talents. Like I feel like you've tried so many different things to try to find your talents, but I think it was actually diminishing your positive qualities. I think there are things that you know about yourself that you're good at, but you may not want to admit it about yourself, or you may think that it's like mediocre, not that great. I need to have something that is being seen in a positive light. Like, I feel like you have tried to maybe grab onto other people's natural talents, and they're not your natural talent though, how to. Everyone has their own, I guess, set of gifts in this life. And I think you have had people in your life that you saw as a muse, that you admired them. You may have even tried to recapture their own spark. You've tried to follow in their footsteps because you saw them to be happy. You saw them to be living a life that you wish that you could live, but you weren't doing it in the most authentic way. And if you're not admitting this to other people, you finally admitted it to yourself. That is reflecting in a really good way in the public eye, because it seems like you are, in your own sense, coming back with your own set of strengths, something that you're doing for your line of work or a hobby. You're committed to it because you actually like it. So for example, let's just say that you watch a tarot reader, right? You've never done tarot. I don't know why I'm getting this example. You watch tarot readings, you love watching tarot, you love pick of cards. You decide, okay, I'm going to go and buy my own deck of cards. And I'm going to start reading tarot. And you start doing it for yourself. And you realize, I like watching pick a card readings, but I really don't have the talent, or I don't have the patience to read for myself, right? So maybe you're trying to force yourself to do it, even though in the beginning you thought it would be something that fits you, and you're like, I don't really like this as much as I thought I would. Maybe you have a friend that you see as your inspiration, and they're really into, maybe they're like on Twitch or something. I'm getting that too. Like, you see your friend broadcasting their video games that they're playing, and they start attracting a fan base, and you're like, whoa, like, that's really cool that my friend's doing that. I want to do that too. I want to feel like I have something that brings me a sense of purpose, that I have fun doing. I want my job to be something that I'm doing that is I'm stumbling on my words. I want a job, or I want a hobby that can be seen as a job. I want to be able to make money the same way that my friend is. And then you pursue it, get into it. You don't realize maybe how difficult it is to be able to maybe even get started on it, or you recognize, like, I have to treat this as a job. This isn't as fun as I thought it would be. Or again, even with like streaming online, like, yes, you have to be good, right? Be good at video games, but it's all about being able to be seen as a personality type that is engaging with your viewer. You're being seen as funny or charismatic. Like, people have to like you, right? And maybe you're recognizing the work that you put into that when it comes to being seen as this, I guess, star or influencer type mentality, where you kind of have to put on a front. You kind of have to put out this more extroverted version of you. And maybe you realize, like, okay, that's not for me. I don't really feel comfortable doing that all the time. I don't feel like I'm being genuine while I'm doing this either. So there's something that you have found recently, or you're about to, where you can see yourself doing this for a long time because you actually like it. You actually care about it. But whatever you're doing, you're showing your commitment. You're showing your loyalty to it. But it also is bringing out your most authentic self because you like it. You enjoy doing it. You're not pretending to care about something. You're not trying to put a mask on to come off a certain way. You're actually doing this because you care about it, you like it, you enjoy it, and you can see this as something that you could do maybe even for the rest of your life. And so when you come from a place that is real, that is authentic, that is truthful, people can feel your enthusiasm. People can see that there is promise here, right? So I feel like you are going to be maybe even naturally good at this, but you're also just going to be enjoying it for what it is. And I'm also seeing something about how your reputation is, if it's not your appearance that changes with this, I feel like people are going to be saying that there's a major change to your reputation and how people perceive you because of you finding this new hobby or this new interest or this new job, something that makes you feel good while you do it. I'm also seeing that you have a reputation of, maybe if this is not about a hobby, you may change your appearance a lot. Again, it really is giving me trying to find a hat that fits. You may go through aesthetic changes quite often. Fads, trends. Again, it's like you're trying to keep up with what's trendy. And I feel like in this moment of time, you are trying to just feel like you and do things that make you feel confident in yourself. And that's also being complimented right now, because I think, I'm hearing clout chaser in my head. I'm not trying to be rude, pal, too. But people are just saying that you're coming off as more real and more like yourself, and they like this about you. They like this new you of you just really wanting to embrace who you want to be and not who you think people want you to be. So when it comes to these new beginnings in your life, when it comes to your reputation, what is your reputation showing when it comes to new beginnings in your life? Where are you having these new beginnings? So we have kindness and warmth, and then this card came out, low IQ, disappointing. So I'm actually seeing this, I know this sounds kind of bad, I'm seeing this as positive. So your reputation right now, the new beginning, is people are starting to realize that you're a lot smarter than maybe they gave you credit for. People may have thought that maybe you were really naive, or that you weren't very book smart. Maybe you're street smart, but you're not very book smart. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're showing off your intelligence through maybe even this passion. I don't know. But your intelligence seems to be improving, or you're being able to, again, maybe because you're being more authentic, you're not dumbing. I'm hearing you're not dumbing yourself down anymore. You're being your real you, and you're showing that you're quite intelligent. You're a lot smarter than people thought that you actually were. And I'm hearing that you're crafty, so whatever that means. So I'm seeing that people are taking you seriously, more seriously than maybe they used to in the past. I'm also getting for you, pile 2, that there is a new beginning when it comes to your empatheticness. I don't know if people maybe saw you as someone, again, because people were seeing you as someone that maybe wasn't being their most authentic self. Maybe you were playing up the kindness. Maybe you were playing up the pleasantries, so people didn't really know if you were being authentic with how kind you were, or again, maybe you were trying to just impress people, or maybe people perceive that as you trying to impress them. But it seems like you are becoming more real with others. And again, it's kind of funny how we got in the very beginning that people can't really get an emotional reaction out of you anymore. I think you have more of this, kind of comes off as brutally honest too. If you are being kind and warm to people, that is your most genuine self. You're actually wanting to be this way. I think you've changed in the way where you may have played up the kindness, you may have played up the going out of your way to do things for people, but because you're wanting to live more authentically, you're not trying to get people to like you or perceive you in a certain way. So there's some people that if you don't like them, they're going to know that you don't like them, because you're not going to be, trying to impress them or compliment them or showing them that you like them when you don't. So I think there is going to be a change to your demeanor, but this is going to be seen as, again, more positive because you're not being fake with other people. There may be people that may not like this version of you, but at least they can respect you in the sense that you're not being someone that you're not. I will say too, something that was disappointing about you is having a turnaround. So your reputation right now with this new beginning, there may have been something that disappointed you, or you may have disappointed people with maybe a choice that you made. With this new beginning, it's making me think that you're going to either have a second chance, or I keep hearing you're turning your reputation around, and I'm doing this motion. So you're coming back from maybe a reputation that was seen as bad at one point, pile 2. But it seems like you are making people look at you in a different way that were once disappointed in you, people that didn't have the best view of you. What are you doing that's making people not disappointed in you anymore? So we have disgusted, gross, turned off, drama, messy. So you may have been involved in some drama. You may have actually been seen as someone that maybe had like a messy lifestyle, maybe just messy in general. Maybe you weren't like the most clean or the most organized. I'm also seeing disgusted, gross, and turned off as, getting the ick factor. So I feel like there was this sense to you that people may have saw you as a red flag, unfortunately. But what you need to do, or what you need to know, how did you get out of that? Maybe this is your energy. So maybe you're not disappointing yourself or other people anymore, because maybe the drama itself that you once were involved in turns you off. I think this is how people saw you. People saw you as drama, a hot mess. They may have gotten the ick factor or the red flag alert because they thought this was you. But it seems like this is your energy now. You can spot a red flag a mile away. You can spot when someone is a player. You can spot when someone is being unauthentic, because I think you have admitted to yourself that you were maybe, I'm not trying to call you out and make you feel bad, but sometimes we go through the lowest of lows, and because we have gone through times in our life where we weren't being real, we were going through poverty, we're just going through like a really rough time in our life, because we've experienced that firsthand, you can pick those things out now because you know the signs. And it seems like you have changed your whole life 180, and also the way that you respect yourself, take care of yourself, and the things that you would once engage in. It turns you off now because you've you have gone through and gone out of and avoided obstacles in your life. And now your life is being seen as balanced because you have strived and put in the effort to make it balanced. So whenever you see things that come off as, I guess, toxic or drama, or I don't want to be involved in this is negative, this is a bad influence, it instantly turns you off. Even if you don't have all the facts, you get the signs, you get the off vibe, instantly you avoid it. And it actually makes your reputation look really good later on, because I'm seeing that you pick up signs so much easier and so much quicker than most people, that there's people that are seen as someone that has a good sense of a judgment and decision making, that they actually fall into it not knowing that it's this, and they have a disappointment. But because you've kind of already gone through situations like this, you know it, that before it's even a thing, you know it. And so you avoid it, or you decline it, or you tell it to go away or back off or whatever. And it makes your reputation look good future-wise, because they can see that your judgment is very, very strong. Your discernment is strong. So I would say that people are seeing this they're seeing you in a new light, because the way that you're able to avoid tower moments, avoiding toxic people, that's not something that you've always been able to do for yourself, and this is making your reputation better. Let's get one last card for you when it comes to your reputation, pile 2, and that will be about it. Snapping, can't hold back, crash out. Okay, and we also have signs and synchronicity. So there is something about your reputation where, again, I feel like this is really funny. Yeah, we have confused and conflicted. People are waiting for you to crash out. People are waiting for the signs for you to crash out. There's a lot of people curious and interested in you because you haven't crashed out yet. You haven't snapped back yet. You haven't broken down yet. And I think in the past, this was something that you may have done. I'm telling you, your emotions, you're coming off as unfazed right now. And that is confusing the people that have seen you react out of anger, maybe even out of fear, out of stress, sadness. Like, you may have been an open book when it came to things going wrong in your life, but you're not doing that anymore. You're maybe even moving in silence right now, pile 2. And people are waiting for the signs. They're trying to read, like maybe even sniff out the signs. I'm stumbling on my words, sorry. You have people curious and interested in you because they're trying to see if they can see any signs of you going through a difficult time, but you're not letting people in on that. Even if you are struggling right now, pile 2, you're definitely not letting people know that. You're not showing it. We have bully underneath the deck. You have someone that maybe even bullied you, trying to get back into your energy or your life, trying to get a reaction out of you. Someone that may not even be in your life anymore. Challenging situation was underneath bully, intuition and gut feeling. I think they're trying to make you doubt your judgment. Again, they're trying to make you not feel complete. I want to get some details on this bully. What is going to be happening next for this bully? Why are they coming out? So we got lie, sneaky, hidden information, lust, lack of support, no friends and family. I think because of you not reacting to this person or you steering clear away from this person, maybe this person used to be a friend or someone that could get you to react. You may have actually cut this person out of your life, pile 2. And since you've done that, this person has, again, been lusting after you. Maybe not sexually, but again, they're trying to pull on your energy, maybe even trying to create drama, trying to get you into drama. They've actually been trying to maybe even lie about you, maybe leaking out old information about you, just being, not their best self. But what's going to happen is they don't have the support that you do, right? They don't have any friends. They don't have any family. They don't have any people that believe in them. And if this has not happened yet, this will, because something about your reputation is being seen as you've changed in a positive way. This person has not changed, or their reputation used to be good and it's not good anymore because they're maybe even being exposed for this behavior. I'm seeing that they're in this sense of defensiveness right now. They're refusing to detach from you and your energy, and they're trying to find things out about you. But all that they're finding out about you is that you're cleaning up your act. So that's something that you need to know is, like, if you're afraid of anyone, like not even just this person, but anyone trying to get in your way with trying to redirect your life towards something that feels more peaceful, positive, and more aligned with you, I think you've moved away so far from this person that they don't even know where to start to look for you or how to even get back into your life or even getting people to be interested in hearing about you from them because they're just not even in your orbit anymore. So that is something that you need to know. All right? Yeah. So your reputation is coming off as more innocent and pure-hearted as to the past, right? And people are realizing that they were wrong about you. But pile 2, that is all that I have to say for you. Thank you for being patient and listening to me stumble on my words and ramble. I really hope that this video was something that helped you guys out and it resonated, and I will talk to you all later. Pile 3, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading, all about your current reputation. And just a quick disclaimer, I had to turn the AC on for this pile, so I know you probably hear some loud noise in the background, but I need it on. It's hot where I live right now, so please be patient with me. But pile 3, you went ahead and you chose this card, and this card says Void of Course Moon Missing, number 52. It is connected to the 8 of Cups tarot card, as well as this puzzle piece. So before I go ahead and look at your other cards, I'm going to give you the channel message that I got for your card, as well as this little puzzle piece charm that I have for you. So I was getting the sense that your reputation right now is being seen as starting over. I was also hearing something about how you've been ghosting people recently, maybe even ghosting your past. I was hearing moving on from your past as well. So you're kind of in this sense of a reset in your life. Like, you want a new beginning in your life. So you may have actually moved recently. You may not be talking to people that you used to talk to. I'm getting like a lot of like confusion and question marks in my mind. So there's a lot of people that are wondering like where you went. What changed? Yeah, I'm hearing what changed. I'm hearing that you may have actually changed up on some people, and for them, they saw this as like not expecting this to happen. I'm hearing in my mind for you don't really know why they didn't expect this, because you gave them a lot of chances, or you gave them a lot of signs that you're ready for a new beginning. But there's a lot of people that maybe have a hard time letting go of an old version of you. But you're ready. I'm seeing that you are letting go of the past. You may even be feeling really detached when it comes to past people, past memories, and you're not really feeling that sense of nostalgia that you once did when you think about even the good and the bad memories when it came to the people in your life, your hometown, maybe even your old job, your old coworkers. It seems like you are feeling maybe even something's missing in your life, right? So there could be people talking about your reputation with people is you've gone missing. But I'm picking up that your reputation, like internally for you, is you're looking for what's missing. You're searching right now. You're in a sense of your life right now. You're in a period of searching. You're in a period of, I want to feel that sense of longing again. I want to feel that sense of purpose in my life again. So I'm seeing that you have left people in the dust, and I'm getting that they are really missing you and your energy right now. And I'm getting that, what is that song called? I think it's called Blue Hair by, God, I forgot the artist, but that song is all about how they're missing the girl that they once known that had the blue hair, but she's cutting it off. But it almost like they viewed the person viewed this lady as being dead, even though she was very much still alive. But because she just looks different, she's acting different, it's like she's a completely different person and not someone that they used to know. And I'm picking up that's your reputation right now, is there's a lot of people that are nostalgic over a version of yourself that's no longer resonant with you. They may even be looking at old photos, old videos, maybe just old memories with you, and they wish that they could go back in time. And I'm hearing some people may want to like say sorry or apologize or change things between you two because of how things stand with you and this person now. I'm hearing blocked and no contact with some people. They wish that they could change the past. I think you're in a place where you don't really feel anything. That's what it's really giving me. Even if you don't feel that way, people are seeing you as someone that doesn't care about anyone or anything like you once did. You may even be seen as lack of empathy now. I don't know if that's actually accurate or not, but the moon is all about feelings, right? And emotional ties, and it makes me think of the past. It does make me think of a foundation, home. So people that maybe once saw you as family or once saw you as home, or maybe you moved away from your hometown, they're missing you. They're missing you and your energy. It's like you kind of just disappeared on people. But I think you didn't do this out of malice or out of to be rude or not caring about people, but I'm just getting that you just wanted something new for yourself. You just wanted to have a new beginning in your life. You're looking for something that isn't where these people are or where you used to live. We got healer. So it says passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. We also got psychic protection. Yeah, even with psychic protection, when we try to do psychic work or healing work, when we go through that spiritual enlightenment journey, which it kind of seems like people may be talking about that, maybe you become spiritual, or maybe you're trying to heal from like past wounds or family trauma. With psychic protection comes denying things, being in a place of maybe even hermity or solitude, or retracting your energy from people and places that once used to feel comfortable for you. So I am hearing that people are talking about how they don't really see you around as much. You actually may be ignoring certain people. You may be pulling or withdrawing your energy, or just withdrawing yourself from social gatherings. Your reputation right now is people are trying to look you up and see how you're doing, because it seems like you're really closed off to people. That's how people perceive you. They perceive you as being closed off. I think right now the people that do get to interact or talk to you on a normal day-to-day basis, they can see that you are going through a period of transition and healing in your life, where I'm hearing you're not as easily triggered as you once were. Because I was hearing detachment with this card. People that don't talk to you anymore, that maybe you maybe you didn't do this again as a way to hurt them, but you just detached from them, you let go of them, you moved on from them because, again, you and this person were just not vibing anymore. I'm getting that these people were able to make you maybe do things out of your emotions. Like maybe they tried to make you react in a certain way, and you're recognizing, I don't like being that way. I don't like the way that I was behaving around certain people. Certain things that these people did were highly triggering to me. I wasn't my best self when I was with these people or in this, environment. And I think the reason why you're withdrawing is because you're trying to get to the bottom as to why maybe you feel so lonely. Because I'm even hearing that you were a lot more social back then, but even back then you felt like you were alone, even if you could be in a room like full of people. And now you're actually alone, but you feel more like yourself now than when you were around all of these people. I'm also hearing that your life used to be a lot busier. So your reputation in the past, you were being seen as someone that was constantly active, maybe working all the time. You're always doing something. And I think that your life has gone through a slowing down period. You may have actually even quit your job recently, because when I see the Eight of Cups, again, it's making me think of moving on. Like you're moving on because you don't really feel like this is you, or this doesn't really fit you anymore. So you may actually be looking for jobs right now, and this could be a surprise and a shock to some people, because this company that maybe you worked for, you've worked for them for maybe 10, 20 years, or something that you're known for when it comes to your career. Like maybe you want to switch careers, you want to go back to school. It's like you're trying to find what feels like you again. And I feel like there's a lot of people from your past that are having a hard time accepting this new version of you. So there's a lot of things in regard to your old reputation that's brought up mostly. I'm also seeing with the 40 card, you could be 40 years old. You could also be 52 years old. That could be a sign. I'm going to go ahead and clarify each card with my these cards that I made. I wrote down random channeled messages on here. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify each additional oracle card to get some more messages about your current reputation. Let's see. So we got, I look up to you for void, of course, moon missing, and they miss you. Yeah, I was saying that. So the people in your life that maybe you don't talk to anymore, they're missing you, because I'm hearing that you were like a light in their life. They also took a lot of inspiration from you. They may have even seen you as a muse at one point, but it seems like these people that used to look up to you, maybe even look you up on social media. I am hearing that some of you guys may have actually deactivated certain social media accounts, or you made it so that certain people can't follow you on certain social media accounts that used to look you up all the time. They may miss seeing your face maybe through their feed. They may miss how easy it was to be able to contact you. I am getting something about how your availability was a lot more open back then, but because of you going through this hermity healing period, and again, not wanting to make yourself available to everyone and everything, maybe because you are, it's weird that I'm seeing like this, and they kind of look like in and out. It's like you're trying to reject negativity, maybe even like people that like to project things on you, people that are, I see this as like criticism, maybe even bullying, people that are like envious of you. I think you're really sensitive to energies now, pile 3, I'm seeing that. And so I think a lot of the people that you may have actually maybe even ghosted were people that were making you feel bad. They were making you feel like your energy was lowered, maybe drained around certain people. So I am seeing that there's people that are missing you, and they wish that they could be back in your life again. Your reputation is basically like, where did pile 3 go? I miss them. I'm thinking about when we used to talk. It used to be like really fun, and I just really miss their vibe and their energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the healer card. So your reputation is you are being seen as healing some things about yourself, and this current state of your life right now. So let's go ahead and see what you're healing in your life right now and what people are noticing about that. Right people and environment. Yeah, I'm really getting that you are healing maybe even the people, this sounds silly, you are healing, I guess, what you are open to. You're healing who you're available for. I think the people that were that were in your life in the past, pile 3, they were people that maybe were not the best influences. I'm seeing that your reputation was kind of a mix of other people's reputations that you were involved in. And I'm getting that you were almost being, even back then, I'm hearing that even back then, you were being seen as the healer in your friend group, like the one that was trying to maybe advocate for them, the one that was trying to get them to be more, I guess, more apparent with the decisions that they make, making sure that they're choosing the best choices for themselves and not getting into drama or, things that could create pain in their life. I'm just seeing that the people that you used to be involved in, they influenced you in not the best way. Let's see what else that you're healing. Divine guidance. So it says spirit will show you the way. So it really does seem like in this period of your life, pile 3, you're really in tune to basically maybe even partaking in a spiritual belief system. You may be going through a sense of like a spiritual awakening. Your reputation right now is people may even be talking about how maybe you're like really forthright when it comes to you talking about God, if you believe in God, or a religious practice that you're following right now, or maybe even just your own spiritual beliefs and your ideologies in life. There's something about how you are really wanting to finding purpose and meaning in your life. And that could be in the form of you're trying to find purpose in your everyday, or you're on this mission to maybe trying to see like what you believe in spiritually. Like, is there a God? Do I believe in God? Like, is there more than just this way of living? It's kind of giving me it's like giving me like Christ consciousness, like you're coming off as enlightened to other people, but to other people that don't believe in this, they may be seeing you as someone that is a little bit out there, a little bit woo-woo. I'm getting especially the people that you used to hang out with, they may even be like side-eyeing you right now, because they may, not to be rude, pile 3, but there's people that don't believe in this. They may see you as a little bit cuckoo right now. They may think that, you're coming off as love and light, but they're thinking that there may be some screws missing. Again, with the missing puzzle piece, right? They may think that you're a little bit delusional right now. I don't think that's the case, but there are probably people that think that way. And I'm picking up that your friendship group circle, the people that you usually hang out with, the places that you go, that has dramatically changed in a sense where you're avoiding certain people, you're avoiding certain places. And I also feel like you are listening more to your intuition when it comes to first impressions with people. Yeah, as I said, that we have private and privacy on the bottom of the deck. So you're a lot more private when it comes to things that maybe are bothering you. And again, you may even be healing in private. So people may not be knowing that maybe you're struggling right now. Yeah, with even, I can't make this up. We have hermit and we have fear and anxiety. I think you're healing things that used to bring anxiety to you. Certain fears, traumas, maybe even PTSD that maybe you weren't really allowed to show to these past people, or you were concealing it maybe even through substance use. People that are usually like really spiritually in tune or sensitive to the spiritual world, they don't like feeling those feelings or emotions or triggers. And so a lot of the time they'll go down a path where it's not very healthy, where they try to numb their senses or numb the pain. And it doesn't have to just be drugs and alcohol, but it could even be like certain addictions, OCD tendencies, avoidance, running away from their problems. And it seems like some of the people in situations that you used to be involved in were not really helping you becoming your best self. I'm getting that you were trying to almost disappear in a sense. You may have had like a lot of outer body experiences where it felt like you weren't really in your body. It felt like you were kind of elsewhere. You were never in the present moment. And that is something that seems like you are healing right now. So there may actually be people that they can like talk to you, that you are interacting with, that they can tell that you're coming off as a lot less intimidated. They may even be complimenting you on your confidence at this time. They may even be getting a sense of groundedness off of your energy, someone that is sure in their decisions, knowing their judgment is something that they can trust, and maybe not asking as many questions of like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. I'm unsure. You're not coming off like that anymore. And everyone goes through fear and anxiety. Like, no one is so strong that nothing bothers them. But when you do fear anything in life, when you do face a trigger, something that would make you, maybe react emotionally, you're able to look at this subjectively, where you can take yourself out of that emotion and looking at it from a more rational and logical place, so that you can come up with ways on how to better deal with it. So instead of like reacting out of impulse, you're able to look at it and maybe taking some time away, being patient with yourself. It seems like the way that you can troubleshoot your triggers and your fears and things that bother you, it's coming in a way where it's a lot healthier. The way that you're reacting is healthier. I'm also seeing that you, with the inward beauty, you're really focusing on beautifying your soul, coming from a place of how can I be my best version? How can I be my best self? How can I be kinder to others? How can I show compassion to other people? And also, how can you show compassion to you? So there's a lot of people that, if they are in your life, if they do get to see this new you, they can see that you're coming off as a lot more balanced and more inner peace. You're not fighting yourself anymore. It doesn't seem like you're not coming off as someone that, I keep saying triggered, but I feel like the way that people perceived you in the past, there was like this internal conflict that you were constantly feeling, and the way that you exhibit it, I'm getting like self-sabotaging tendencies, was how you exhibited this internal conflict that you had with yourself. And it could have been because maybe you had perfectionism, maybe you had like OCD tendencies, maybe there were things that you went through that created certain behaviors or habits that were seen as unhealthy, and you're trying to heal I'm hearing you're trying to heal your self-concept, but also maybe even healing your own ego. And that is being seen and being spoken about by people right now. Your last card, so this is going to be your last section, pile 3. What are people saying when it comes to your psychic protection? When it comes to your reputation, what do you need to know about that? School and learning. We also have lazy and greedy. So I'm actually getting that you are being psychically protected from people that you used to go to school with. I don't know if you know people from high school or middle school or college that still follow you on social media, or there's a lot of people from school that you have detached yourself from. You're not in contact with them anymore. They're still following you, and it seems like they may actually still be gossiping about you. You need to know that you are protected from these people's negativity or projections that they may still try to put on you, even though you're not really in this person's life anymore. You're also being protected from people that could get you off track, because you're on this pursuit to finding purpose in your life and finding this sense of meaning and fulfillment. You may have actually dealt with laziness yourself, procrastination, feeling like you start something and then you lose interest, or it's like, okay, I don't really feel like this fits me anymore. You are being protected from anyone or anything that could get you back into this. Your spirit guides don't want you to be in this lazy energy anymore. They want you to be determined. They want you to stick to things. They want you to find that drive in life. And it seems like that's what you're really caring about right now, is finding that sense of inspiration. You're in a period of discovering and exploration in your life. And so you're being blocked off from people and things that could get you back into this habit. Also, greediness. So you're also being protected from greedy people. Maybe you dealt with greed yourself, but I'm seeing that you are not giving more than you have yourself. I feel like, again, with this missing piece, you have a lot of people that speak about you, pulling on your energy. And these people took a lot out of you. I'm getting that you used to be a lot more emotional than you are now. Again, with that detachment, you probably have a lot of pride now with being able to say that you feel better compared to maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe you felt like you were emotionally invested in all the wrong things. Maybe you felt like you had like crash outs all the time. People would just get on your nerves and you would react, and it would feel like you lost, right? I don't know why I'm getting like competition, but you felt bad afterwards, after maybe having a moment where you felt like super duper emotional. You acted out of character and you felt like, okay, this is embarrassing, or I know better not to do this. And it seems like you have really tried to heal these aspects of yourself that got you to react in a way that you're not the most proud of. And it seems like a lot of the people that you dealt with would get you into this lazy mindset and not being happy with what you have, like always looking for more. And I'm getting also an example of when you're on TikTok and you're constantly flipping through the videos. It's like instant gratification, not being able to enjoy the present moment and constantly searching for your next dopamine hit or your next high. You've been around people that maybe have felt lost themselves, and they brought out a lot of discouraging habits out of you, where around these people you felt like maybe similar to how they felt. Just a bunch of people that were maybe miserable, that were maybe, maybe feeling like they were understood in their, and this sounds so bad, this sounds horrible, I'm sorry, pile three, but the people that you surrounded yourself with, it's like misery loves company. You had a lot of people like that, and you just didn't want to be part of the pity party anymore. You didn't want to be part of a social group where everyone was tearing each other down or focusing on superficial nonsense, and they genuinely were not happy, and you just didn't want to be part of that anymore. And look at the next card that I pulled, enjoying your life. So we also have strength. So what you need to know is your reputation right now is you are enjoying the life that you have right now, and your strength is showing to people, like the things that you've had to overcome, especially with others, and what you've moved away from and what you're moving into now. It's showing your courageousness and your bravery. And again, the people that looked up to you, this old version of you, I feel like they're looking up to you now because they're recognizing that you're in a place that they could never get into, even if they tried. Yeah, I feel like you're also being seen as someone that is isolated. Like I said, you may not have a lot of friends right now. You may not have a lot of people that you talk to. And your reputation is there are people that actually want to get to know you. You're isolating yourself for good reason. It seems like you have every reason as to why you're doing that. But people are talking about how they want to get to know you. They want to be your friend. You also have people that, again, they want to be back in your life. So you have people from your past as well as new people that are interested in this new version of you. You also got a card that says do what you need to do. So regardless of whatever these people feel towards you, do what you feel is calling to you. If these past people, if there's maybe one person from your past that you're like, okay, yeah, I feel like we can both reconnect, we can fix this, I can see their growth. I feel like me and this person are on the same journey. You may reconnect with them, but also if you feel like none of these people are on the same wavelength as you, then just keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing the wrong thing. Let's get one last card, and then I'm going to end your video, pile 3, with what is your current reputation right now. So we also got outward beauty. So we got inward beauty and outward beauty. So something about your physical appearance as well as your inner appearance. Again, your inner beauty and your outward beauty are being talked about. I'm actually seeing that your outward beauty is showing your inner beauty because you're going through a confidence change. You're glowing up from the inside. You're trying to be kinder to people and yourself. You're trying to heal any emotional wounds or, maybe even like pain, anger, resentments, anything like that. Because you're working through your feelings, it's making your outside appearance look more youthful, softer. I'm hearing more forgiving. So I don't know if you're getting older and you're like thinking like, okay, I don't look that great, not as great as I was 20, 30 years ago, or when I was in my 20s or 30s, sorry. And I'm hearing that your outward appearance, your outward beauty is very forgiving. So take what resonates. Also, your outward beauty right now, when it comes to your reputation, you're coming off as someone that has the money to spend on maybe more luxurious or bougie items. You make yourself look like you are someone that has a lot of money, even if you don't. You take a lot of pride in the way that you present yourself. And so people are complimenting that maybe you have transformed your physical appearance, but I personally think it's coming because of your inner beauty that's making that outward beauty shown. I'm stumbling on my words, so sorry, pile 3. But pile 3, that is all that I have to say for your reading. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated with you guys. And if you want to see more of my content, I do have a YouTube membership. I will have the link for that down below. You can get up to 2+ videos every single month for $2.99. And I also have a tier where you can get a private reading with me every month as a giveaway. And this is every single month. So I also have that as well. So go ahead and check that out. And I will talk to you all later.